remember we spoke about that exchange rate keeps on fluctuating, and we as a person who's got a foreign exchange exposure, we are worried about fluctuations in foreign exchange rate. We one way to avoid that uncertainty or reduce the foreign exchange risk is to enter into a forward contract. We had spoken about this when we were discussing derivatives. I'm speaking about this again. Where in forward contract is just a contract, you are deciding the terms of the contract on day one, and one of the things which you have to decide is the exchange rate, the rate at which the both the parties will do the settlement in future. So whatever this exchange rate is should be, although calculated today, but this rate should be applicable on this day. Okay, we have to calculate that now. Remember, I told you there are many reasons why exchange rate fluctuates: trade flows, capital flows. But in short term, in next few months, in short term, what really affects the exchange rate is not the trade flows, it's not the inflation. It takes time for the inflation to kick in and affect the exchange rate, because trade flow, import export, doesn't happen immediately. The changes in the import and export, it happens gradually. Trade flows, capital flows happens immediately. If the interest rate changes, if the expectation changes, if the economy goes in a recession or expansion or something, exchange rate, the capital flows changes quickly, and it largely changes because of the capital flows, and interest rates are one of the mighty important factors which affect the capital flows. And that is the reason why, to determine the forward exchange rate which is applicable to this period, although decided today, we calculate that forward exchange rate keeping in mind the risk-free rate of interest in the domestic economy, like in both the currencies, in both the country, basically the foreign country and the domestic country. Are you getting it?
Yes.
And no wonder the whole thing is, and that is the reason why, the thinking process is something like this. It is the interest rate in both the economy which affects the whole thing. So then, can I say, as an investor, you would invest in the country where the interest rate is higher? Huh? No?
So can you repeat?
I am saying that to determine the forward exchange rate, the exchange rate mentioned in the forward contract, the forward exchange rate, to determine that, I am saying I will be using the interest rates, the risk-free rate of the domestic currency and the foreign currency. That's what I said, okay? It does matter. Am I correct? Now,
Yes, so.
can I say you would invest in the country where the interest rate is more?
Yes, so.
Right? So look at this example right now over here, okay? I mean, by the way, it's this formula which basically helps you get the forward exchange rate, but trust me, you don't need the formula, you just need the logic. So here's the question which will help us understand. Over here, first of all, this is, remember, what I'm trying to do is what I'm discussing with you is how to get the forward exchange rate. That's what I'm trying to discuss without using the formula, because it's damn logical. You just need to think logically like an investor. So here's the exchange rate given. There's a 1-year risk-free rate of Norway is 0.05% and of USA is 0.2%. Okay. Now, before I proceed with the thing, with the conversation or the discussion about this concept, I just want to repeat one thing again. Remember, the currency on the right side of the pair is the base currency, and the one on the left side of the word pair is the price currency. Am I correct? So basically, the currency, the exchange rate which is given over here is NOK 1.335 per USD. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So now think like a Norwegian citizen, because it will, I mean, why Norwegian, why not anybody else? To be honest, it won't make much of a difference. But right now, to get the grasp of the concept, think like a Norwegian citizen. This is NOK and this is your USD. This is today. $1 is equal to 1.3335 NOK. And the Norwegian citizen starts thinking that, oh God, in USA, the interest rate is 0.2%. And in Norway, the interest rate is 0.05%. Can I say the Norwegian citizen would be tempted to invest in USA because the interest rate over there is more high?
Yes,
Yes.
so.
So what
Yes.
Norwegian citizen will decide that, okay, let me convert the Norwegian krona into US dollar. That is step number 1. Okay, convert. Actually, that's not really step number 1. It's actually step number 2, but I'll introduce step number 1 later. Step number, like, one of the step is, forget about the step number. The steps would be, why don't we convert 1.3335 NOK to USD today? Why are we doing this? Because, hey, later we will use or take $1 and invest in USA at 0.2% for 1 year. Am I correct? All of you?
Yes, so.
So, first of all, I mean, they basically want to make a profit. They think that, okay, you know what, on one side I'll make 0.2% profit, 0.2% return, let me put it over there. In fact, you know what, I'll tell you the step 1 right away. Wouldn't the Norwegian citizen think that, hey, you know what, let me just borrow 1.3335 NOK today at 0.05% and invest at 0.2%, 0.15% profit? Can I say a Norwegian
Yes.
citizen would think that? So that's actually step number 1, by the way. This is step number 2, and this is step number 3. Okay. So now, can you tell me the amount this citizen will get, the investment will become after 1 year?
So 1.0002.
Yeah, 1.002. Are you getting it? All of you? That's a future value. And by the way, he has to repay the loan as well, right?
Yes.
So can I say the value of this loan, the future value of the loan along with interest will be how much? Can you tell me? Future value, it's like 1.3335 into 1 plus 0.05%. You have to convert the percentage into decimal. So it is
So 1.33.
1.334168.
1.3341668. Is that the answer?
Yes, so.
Am I correct? But you know
Yes, sir.
what will happen over here? If you actually then, so I don't know if you realize, the amount of difference in the interest rates is exactly the amount of difference in the exchange rate. See how? After 1 year, if $1.002 is equal to 1.3341666 NOK, can you tell me how much will be the $1? Like, of course, you have to cross multiply. So, what is the answer?
So 1.3315.
1.3315 something something. Actually, there is more number to it, but this is
037.
basically, huh?
037.
037. I'll wait a minute. I'll just write it somewhere else. 1.3315037. That's pretty much per USD. Am I correct? All of you?
Yes, sir.
So I don't know if you realize the forward exchange rate is basically 1.3315037. Meaning, if you take this number and then you convert back to NOK, you will get the same number. Now here's the thing, you did not earn anything. You borrowed at 0.05%, so later you have to pay with interest. And how much you have to pay? NOK 1.3341668. And guess what? The dollar 1.002 when converted also gives you NOK 1.3341668. So your inflow is the same and outflow is the same. There is no profit, no loss. This is exactly what is the forward rate exchange rate. How you calculate? Are you getting it? The whole argument is that the exchange rate should be changing such that even if the interest rates are different, it shouldn't make any benefit to anyone. That is how forward exchange rate is decided. Did you understand, guys?
So the forward exchange rate will be the green color text.
Yeah, the green color text.
Okay.
And just to, like, how did you get this green color text? Well, here's it is. How is 1.3315? Like, you did cross multiplication, right?
I got it. Yeah, it's cross multiply.
So, like, I'm just arriving at the formula. So it is 1.3416668 upon 1.002. Okay, you solve it further. So this is 1.335 into 1 plus 0.05% divided by 1 into 1 plus 0.2%. And if you realize, this is basically our spot exchange rate. So the formula is spot exchange rate into 1 plus risk-free rate of the price currency, which is Norway, and 1 plus the risk-free rate of the base currency, which is the US. This is how you calculate the forward exchange rate. Are you getting it? The formula given to you. But I hope now it is a little logical to you. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is the no arbitrage rate, meaning if as far as the exchange rate is 1.335103, the green color thing, there will be no arbitrage. You know, your initial thought, hey, you know what, let's borrow at 0.05 and then invest at 0.20. Let's earn profit. That's not going to happen because the exchange rate is changing exactly by the difference of 0.15. Okay, it is changing such like that, interest rate differential, which we call it. This is what is supposed to happen. If it is 1.331507, there will be no arbitrage. Let's say the forward contract guy, the opposite person, instead of 1.331507, he says, you know what, let's keep the forward exchange rate as 1.40. You know what will be your advantage? You will earn 1.002, but now against that, when you convert using forward exchange rate, you will get 1.40. So 1.40 NOK is your inflow and 1.3341 is your outflow. You are making a profit of the difference amount. Are you getting it? So there is an arbitrage over here. What I'm trying to tell you is that green color 1.3315 is the no arbitrage exchange rate. If there is any other rate, there is a strategy to it. What is the strategy? You borrow at 0.05, convert, invest at 0.20. Step number 4, you also enter into the forward contract where you're selling the USD at 1.40 NOK. And once you enter into this transaction, on the expiry date, you will make profit. 1.40 will be your inflow and 1.33416 will be your outflow. The difference is your profit, guaranteed profit. This is arbitrage. Are you getting it? And
Yes,
the forces of arbitrage will bring things into equilibrium. How? You see many people, many people will sell the US dollar in the forward contract. The price of the US dollar is 1.40 NOK. If the supply of the dollar increases in the forward exchange forward contract market, the price will fall down. 1.40, 1.38, 1.37, 1.35, 1.331537 is the place at which the demand will be equal to the supply. So yeah, no wonder the forward exchange rate is derived using the risk-free rate of both the economies and the differences of that. Clear?
yes, so